So, how does a small production house from South Africa end up creating award-winning content for some of the biggest names in the world? Today, we're going to unpack the story of Blue Marble Entertainment. It's a company that just keeps defying expectations and proving that in the creative world, a small team with a really big vision can make a huge global impact. Let's dive in.
Punching way above its weight. That's how the company describes itself, and honestly, it's the perfect place for us to start. It speaks to their whole identity, right? Being the underdog. That small, specialized team that somehow creates work on a scale that just shouldn't be possible for a company their size.
So, what is their secret sauce? I mean, really, how does a company from the southern tip of Africa consistently turn out award-winning content for global broadcasters and streamers? It kind of defies logic, so let's break down exactly how they pull it off.
To really get what makes them tick, we first have to understand this central contrast that defines Blue Marble Entertainment. It's like a classic David versus Goliath story, but playing out in the world of television and film.
Okay, so check this out. On one hand, you've got a boutique, super agile team based in South Africa. That small size lets them make decisions faster and take more creative risks. But then, on the other hand, they have this massive global footprint. We're talking filming everywhere from the Americas to Australia and winning some seriously prestigious international awards. And get this isn't new for them. They've been doing it for over 2 decades.
So how in the world do they manage that incredible range? Well, it all comes down to a really smart and versatile structure. They've built their entire operation around 3 key pillars, and that's what gives them the flexibility to be such a creative powerhouse.
The whole company is basically built on these 3 core divisions: broadcast and streaming, video production, and podcast production. And this multi-pronged approach is exactly what allows them to work with such a diverse range of clients and markets. So let's start with their broadcast work. First up is their broadcast and streaming division. This is where they create that high-end, long-form content you'd see on TV or a major streaming platform. We're talking incredible documentary films, game shows, travel series, and some really hard-hitting current affairs stories for channels both in South Africa and all over the world.
All right, pillar number 2 is video production. This is their commercial side, and it's just as versatile. They literally create everything from corporate videos and marketing materials to television ads, music videos, and all that short-form content that is absolutely essential for social media today.
And their third pillar is podcasting, which just goes to show they're always evolving with the media landscape. They're producing series for clients like the South African Academy for Science and the Arts, proving they can turn even complex research into stories that you actually want to listen to.
Of course, having a great structure is one thing, but, talk is cheap, right? The proof is in the portfolio. So what have they actually made? Well, their body of work is incredibly impressive. And the numbers? Well, they really do speak for themselves.
Okay, let's start with this number. Over 270. That's how many current affairs and investigative stories they've produced for shows like South Africa's acclaimed Carte Blanche. That's not just content. That's over 200 deep dives into public interest journalism.
Next up, 43. And no, we're not talking about episodes, we're talking about 43 full-length documentary films, each one a complete feature-length story. For a boutique company, that kind of output is just staggering. I mean, think about the research, filming, and editing for just one. Now multiply that by 43. And then there's this one. 101. That's how many episodes they produced for a single travel reality series called Rise It and Sotkisa to create over 100 episodes of one show. That takes an unbelievable level of both creative stamina and logistical genius. And with that much work, you'd better believe the awards came rolling in. They've won the highest honors in their own country, the SAFTAs, plus prestigious American awards and top journalism accolades. A nomination for CNN African Journalist of the Year? Yeah, that pretty much cements their status as truly world-class storytellers.
So, who's the driving force behind this totally unique and successful company? A company's culture, its vision. It often comes directly from the founder, and Blue Marble is absolutely no exception.
Have you ever heard the term polymath? It basically refers to someone who has deep expertise across a whole bunch of different, often unrelated fields. This idea is absolutely key to understanding the DNA of Blue Marble, because it perfectly describes its founder.
Meet the founder, Dr. Eugene Botha. And when I say his resume is impressive, well, just listen to this. He's not just a filmmaker. He's an award-winning academic with a PhD, he's an author, an investigative journalist, and a producer.
It's this unique blend, the analytical brain of an academic combined with the powerful storytelling of a journalist, that really forms the foundation of everything Blue Marble does.
You know, a company with over 2 decades of success could easily just sit back and relax. But Blue Marble, they are clearly not slowing down. Let's take a quick look at what they're working on right now.
Their current slate is as diverse as ever. I mean, they're juggling 3 major international documentaries, a children's show about space, several new podcast series, and they even have a feature film in development. It's so clear that this is a company that is always innovating and always pushing into new creative territory.
So what does it take for a local story to really connect with people all over the world? The story of Blue Marble Entertainment gives us a pretty clear answer. It's a unique mix of local authenticity, a global perspective, and this deep foundation of expertise from all different fields. Their success is just a powerful reminder that a great story, told with skill and with passion, truly knows no borders.